Cars have come a long way since Ford's Model T, and this guy is to thank for one of the most coveted sports cars. From his Midtown Detroit studio, Camilo Pardo is a painter, fashion designer, and one of the country's foremost automotive designers. Should you be lucky enough to locate one of the cars he designed for Ford, the asking price is $250,000. Let's take a look.
The GT40 was a vehicle that was created by Ford, by the Deuce, Henry Ford II, after they failed to purchase Ferrari or buy into Ferrari. That deal didn't go through, and it didn't go over very well with Mr. Ford. So when he came back from Europe, he was determined to build a vehicle that would outperform Ferrari and beat them on, on their own tracks and all over the world. That mission was accomplished in 1966 and 67, and the Ford GT continued to dominate into 68, 69. In 1999, my design studio at Ford, which was the Advanced Design Studio, was given the assignment to redesign the Ford GT. So we had to carefully take the car from 67 and come up with the next iteration, skipping all the years between 67 to 2002. So how do you do that? Gracefully and confidently. It was a long process of several models that were exploring several directions. Some a little bit too contemporary, where they were divorcing themselves from the identity from the car, but we had to go there and explore it. So we had to tune it like a piano almost, but it cannot be underestimated. Once you put your foot on the accelerator, you better be prepared for an explosion of horsepower that's going to come from behind you, and you're going to need a lot of room in front of you to accommodate all this. And it has great, handling and tremendous brakes. What I'm doing now is working as art and development. That's the corporation that I created in 2003 when I purchased this building. And art and development includes design, automotive design, fashion design, and a lot of the painting that you see going on here. This building is located in the heart of downtown. It is just 3 lights north of the Fox Theater, Comerica Park. It's called Midtown, and I've seen this area grow quite a lot since I was in college, which was in the 80s. But it's inspiring to be here and watch the city grow, and even when it was rough and challenging, we kind of packaged that into a way of art that people enjoyed. I have a new exhibit that had just gone up. The show Zero Gravity is a lot of new work that I've done. I would say 2/3 of it was new. It's about 22 paintings that I had created. The exhibit at Interstate, it was basically as successful as we could have dreamed it to be. A lot of the influence for this show is very surrealistic, and at the same time it's very pop art. There's only a few opportunities, and they're around the room as I could see each individual one of these paintings, where I get to actually design a car on canvas. And as an automotive designer, you never really get the opportunity to kind of design a car in paint and oil paint as you carve it out in the medium. And this painting has a yellow background, so it's a very powerful background, and there's this dramatic view of a vehicle that you probably would see in Bonneville or the Salt Flats. There was definitely a girl there that I had photographed in my space helmets and the space suit. I didn't expect it, but she ended up being part of 6 different paintings. She showed up. I told her, I made sure to inform her, and I says, look, these paintings are developing, and they're going to be a major part of Zero Gravity. It had this heavenly look to it. That's the only way I could describe it, so I call it the white light because it almost like glows, and you know, the doors almost look like wings, and the energy of the whole painting comes right from the center. I painted it like that, so the brush strokes, you know, all were diagonally aiming right for the middle of the composition. It has its own particular energy. It's almost kind of surrealistic. There are some automotive projects that are actually automotive design projects that I'm working on. All I can say is that they're fun vehicles, they're performance vehicles. Your dream car looks like a dream to you, and we know what the dream's supposed to look like, so I can usually make it as good as it would be in a dream.
To find out more about Camilo Pardo, as well as all the other artists featured in today's show, head to DetroitPerforms.org.